Day 786 being Christopher Cruz. It is, I think, like 6-ish, 6:30-ish at night. So I just did something that I am very proud of myself for. So one of my clients, he wanted to extend and do 90 days of coaching. So after our purpose coaching, to add 90 days of coaching. And because he paid for his purpose coaching up front, he got a month of coaching for free. So I told him, we could do the 90 days and we can just apply the free sessions that you have to that coaching, and that'll take it from 9,000 to 6,900. And he was like, okay, cool, let's do it. And then I was gonna send him the invoice and all that stuff. And then I was like, well, I know he really values having more coaching, and it doesn't seem like the money is a big deal. So he'd probably appreciate getting 5 more coaching sessions more than he would saving $2,000. So, I'll send him that option. And so sent him that option, and then we talked about it today, and he's like, yeah, let me think about it. But it's weird because I felt dirty. I felt kind of sleazy, salesy. I don't know. And I wasn't even really selling him or anything. It was just something felt off about it. And I couldn't even describe what it was. Something felt off. And I get off the call, and God right away just checks my heart. Chris, do the right thing. And I'm like, do the right thing? Well, what's the right thing? The right thing is let him do the 6,900 and do the 90 days. And at the end of that coaching, if he wants to add the 5 more weeks, let him add it then. He doesn't have to pay for it now. He doesn't have to commit to it now. Let him decide then after you've done the 90 days of coaching. And I was like, okay, yeah, that is the right thing to do. It's not the right business thing to do, but it's the right moral thing to do, I believe. And then it went deeper. Okay, I'll offer him those extra 5 weeks. But in 90 days from now, my one-on-one coaching is going to be a lot more expensive because I'm going to be working with a lot more people, and I'm just going to have a lot less time. So it's going to go up a lot. But if I was doing the right thing, then I would honor the price now. So in 90 days from now, he can add on the 5 weeks of coaching for the same price that he would pay now, which is $2,100. And it was just that feels right. So I started writing him this message, and then I had to go do something or whatever, and it just didn't feel like writing him the message. And so I sent him a voice message just a little bit ago, just expressing it man, it's not the business thing to do. It's not the right financial business thing to do, but I don't care about that. God checked my heart, and I got to honor that. And he messaged me back. He was like, oh, thank you so much, man. I was actually going to ask if we could do that. And he said, this is a really good example of what it looks like of choosing to be altruistic instead of capitalistic. And I was like, wow, yeah, that's so true. And sent him a message back saying yeah, man, it's crazy. We are brainwashed in the coaching world and in the online business world. He does websites and he works from his laptop. He's a digital nomad. So we are just brainwashed and conditioned by all these marketing gurus to just get as much money as you can from people, and obviously help them. You're not just stealing money from them, but, create deals and incentives, so they invest more now, and all this stuff. And then I was messaging him. I was like, wow, I'm so glad you said that, because yeah, I just felt off. Something in my spirit and my soul knew what I was offering was just not it. And so, yeah, that was just, I feel so much lighter about it. I've just felt off about it ever since I sent him that. Because it just was I don't know. So, but God really checked my heart after that call. So it was just hey, if God checks my heart, I'm doing it. Doesn't matter what I think, what anyone else thinks. So he's like, all right, cool, let's do it. So, that was just a really interesting experience. And I'm really proud of myself because I feel like I had the opportunity to choose to be capitalistic or altruistic, like he said. I had the ability to choose to just make an extra $2,000 or allow him to go through it and then decide later, which in the marketing world, sales world, no, you don't do that. You reward them for making a decision now. You incentivize them to make a decision now, not in the future. But the reality is if I deliver on that 90 days, he's going to be begging to do the extra 5 weeks. But hopefully, from my perspective, is he doesn't need the extra 5 weeks. That at the end of the 90 days, he is so transformed, he's so excited, he's so pumped up that he doesn't even need any more of my coaching. That is the ideal goal. Again, not financially smart, not business smart, but that's soul, it's just like, yeah. So I'm very, very happy and proud of myself for doing that, and really excited that he really got it, and that I could be an example, because that's the thing. I'm called to be a leader, and I'm meant to lead these warriors. And so I got to be the greatest example. And it's really been on my heart to do things differently. God has really put that on my heart to do things differently, to do business differently, to price things differently. And for a moment there, I fell into the trap of what everyone else does. And yeah, he just messaged me, hey, honestly, bro, I really appreciate it, because I felt weird about it too. So I'm glad we were both feeling it. Because yeah, I was just like, what? Crazy, man. God is so good.